to your healing and manifestation ritual for this Cancer new moon taking place on July 17th. I'm Melissa, an energy witch, transformational coach, and Reiki master. And today we are diving in the deep Cancerian waters to do some emotional healing, some energetic healing. So all you need to do today really is just sit back, relax, and let my words wash over you. But if you do want to participate in this ritual actively, then grab your candle and a lighter. If you like to write things down and reflect and do all of that kind of deeper healing work, then get your journal, get a pen, something to write with, get yourself a nice yummy beverage. I've got some cucumber water here to help me hydrate, and I will address the elephant in the room. You might be shocked at my appearance because I haven't, filmed a video with my curls in it on this channel yet. So if you're new here, hi, I actually have naturally curly hair. So yeah, it's just too hot to straighten it or do anything with it. So yeah, I'm just not used to seeing myself on camera with the curls. It's just not a look I sport very often. So let's just go with it, because the wild witch is out. We know that this healing is gonna be extra powerful because of it. And because I am a Cancer myself, I know this healing will be extra powerful. So all you really need to do to receive the energy healing that I'll be sending you is just to give me permission to do so. Now just take a moment to do that, giving me permission so that I can send you healing in all directions of space and time using advanced Reiki techniques. And if you do want to learn how to become a Reiki practitioner to heal yourself, to heal others, you know that I teach that. I have an online course for that that's totally self-paced and that has full of guidance and support and teaches you my signature approach to healing. So you can check that link out in the description. So let's get into the astrological juicy details that we have going on, right? We have the sun and the moon both in Cancer, the mother of the zodiac. So naturally, the mother wound is going to come up, and I'll get to that in a second. However, I wanted to mention that the moon is very at home in Cancer, right? The moon rules Cancer, and so it's a very potentially soothing, nurturing time. This Cancer energy has been building up throughout all of Cancer season and is kind of coming to a peak here with this new moon. And it can be confronting. It can be really, really confronting. So those of you that are not Cancers, that are not water signs, it could be really intense to deal with this emotional depth. So if you're feeling chaotic, if you're feeling very sensitive and you don't know quite how to deal with it, you're definitely not alone, absolutely. And I just want you to take that as a sign to take a little bit of extra care of yourself, nurture yourself, nourish yourself, and really try not to take everything you think or feel super seriously. Because a lot is being kicked up right now, and oftentimes it's being kicked up to be released, and it doesn't mean that you necessarily need to attach yourself to whatever is being brought up and whatever is bubbling up. Sometimes it's just seeing it as a cloud passing in the sky and noticing that this is coming up for healing, and you can really just lovingly release it out into the ethers. So I've had a lot of memories, some very painful ones, coming up within the last week or so as we're leading up to this new moon. And the way that I'm taking it is that I'm letting myself feel what I gotta feel, but I'm not taking it to mean anything bigger than that, than what it was, and accepting that I'm on a new level in my growth and that this is coming up so that I can see those old situations, those old wounds with a new, more healed, more evolved, more mature perspective, and that I can just see it as it comes without getting dragged down into it. So yes, feel what I gotta feel, mourn that version of myself, validate whatever feelings come up, but then be like, I've grown so much past this, and I appreciate all the past versions of myself that dealt with it in the way that they dealt with it, and I can move forward in increasing amounts of peace and satisfaction with myself. So hopefully that approach will help you, and if you feel that you're unable to do that, that's totally okay too. Some things are really fresh, some things you've not given yourself the opportunity to process and deal with, and that is okay too. Now, in terms of the mother wound, it sounds very heavy, very intense. Our relationships with our mothers can be very fraught. I'm very lucky, I have a great relationship with my mom. I know she watches my videos, hey. But this can be relationships with mother figures in general. This can be relationships with women in general, or people in your life that take on that role. It could be very clear in that way that those relationships need a little bit of healing, or a little bit of extra communication, or just cleaning up the energy around it, or just knowing what beliefs and fears are popping up. But even just, you know, something that will be favored during this time in terms of the mother wound is just tapping into your feminine side, or tapping into your intuition. But I feel like the biggest theme that everyone can relate to is this idea of mothering ourselves and leading ourselves ultimately, right? Because Cancer is the mother of the zodiac, and Cancer is a cardinal sign, right? And this energy is very much on steroids right now. And I feel like something that is most helpful for us moving forward is, yes, if you want to do the deeper inner child work of addressing the needs that weren't met in childhood from your mother, and that's, you know, work that I do with my one-on-one clients. So, you know, if you want to check out the possibility of working that through with hypnosis and EFT and deeper psychic energy healing, then, you know, check the link in my description. But if you want to do that deeper work, that's very much favored right now on this new moon. But even just exploring the themes, like I said, of leading yourself and mothering yourself. And a metaphor that I like to give for this is, yes, finding ways to nurture yourself and soothe yourself and nourish yourself and like take really good care of yourself and like bundle yourself up in a blanket and tuck yourself into bed kind of vibe, but also having that discipline to do the things that are for your highest good in the long term. So, for example, your mother telling you to brush your teeth before bed as a kid, right? Like the things that you don't necessarily want to do, but that are good for your long-term well-being. I always highlight a spectrum for every moon phase, and right now the spectrum is, you know, nurturing, nourishing, self-care, soothing versus discipline, follow through, taking responsibility for your long-term well-being. But obviously, you know, the ends of the spectrum can be detrimental as well, right? So either being too hard on yourself and too strict with yourself, or, you know, not taking care of your long-term well-being and being maybe a little bit too indulgent or shirking your responsibilities, right? And obviously this in life is constantly shifting, and it is a fine balance. Sometimes it can be really hard to be like, am I being lazy, which doesn't exist, but am I indulging myself a little bit too much and avoiding the things that I know are for my highest good? Or do I actually, you know, just need some extra soothing and rest right now? It can be really hard sometimes because you're like, am I exhausted because of life? Am I exhausted because I've been overdoing it? And oftentimes we're stuck in patterns that keep us, you know, either hustling or stagnant, okay? So think about that. And I think it is useful to dive into some inner child healing just to notice the inner dialogue in our minds, right? Often our inner dialogue is created by the people that raised us, right? And the way that they spoke to us is often the ways in which we speak to ourselves. And so I think it is useful to pay attention to our inner dialogue and notice what that voice is telling us, and if it's being abusive, if it's being too harsh, if it's being too critical. So just, you know, pay attention and find a balance in the way that you lead yourself with love, both short-term and long-term. And yes, of course, take this time during the new moon. Like I said, the emotions will likely come to a fever pitch. So do that extra nurturing and soothing and healing, and you're in the perfect place to do that here and now. Something else very exciting that I wanted to mention is that we are entering another 18-month karmic cycle because the lunar nodes have shifted to Aries and Libra. So this means we have this fresh new phase beginning, a fresh new 18-month phase beginning. So I'm very excited about that. I feel like it's really powerful to set intentions for an 18-month time span. So we have a year and a half. Who can you become? What can you do? What can you accomplish? What are the shifts that you can make? What can you call in over the next 18 months? I feel like it's a very exciting kind of time span. Now, I usually, with my clients, like to set intentions and goals for 90 days, so 3 months, because I feel like it's a perfect time frame to set big goals, but be able to wrap your mind around making that happen. Because I feel like a year, 18 months, it's such a vast, like so much can happen in a year and a half, which is exciting in terms of possibilities, but it makes it hard for us to sort of wrap our minds around the tangible steps that we need to take and the shifts that we need to make. So what I would recommend is set big, glorious, massive, wild goals for this 18-month karmic cycle, and then reverse engineer it and set some intentions for the next 3 months in terms of shifts that need to happen in order to reach your 18-month goal. And then I always break it down even further into 2-week blocks. So for 2 weeks, instead of trying to overhaul your entire life to meet that 3-month goal or that 18-month goal, you're focusing on one thing, 1 or 2 things that are going to shift multiple areas of your life, okay? And that's what is called a push goal, right? It is a focus in order for you to have shifts take place in multiple areas of your life, okay? So let's say you're feeling uninspired, unmotivated. Some focus that you can have for the next 2 months is to maybe limit your screen time, because that will definitely drain all your creativity and really make your inner critic so much louder than it needs to be. So lessening your screen time and maybe reading rich content or ingesting rich content that actually inspires you, spending time in nature, maybe even just moving your body a little bit more to get those creative juices flowing, to get the stagnant energy moving, creating a little routine for yourself every day to get those creative juices flowing to help you reconnect with who you truly are, deciding that you're gonna spend 30 minutes or even 10 minutes a day, like reading something like super creative, something that inspires you, or going out and doing a little bit of a nature walk and just trying to implement things that are going to help you overcome this little temporary blip in your life. Or let's say you want to call in some money. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to call in money, right? So something that I would focus on self-care and nervous system soothing, which sounds a little bit counterproductive, but hear me out. When you are looking to call in more money, chances are you're hustling a little bit more, you're looking for more opportunities, you're taking more opportunities, you're taking more risks, you're going outside of your comfort zone more, maybe you're working more hours. So in order to sustain that, as I've mentioned before, you need to be soothing that nervous system. You need to be taking deeper care of yourself so that you can show up more, so that you can bring in more, right? And it's not that putting more effort is gonna get you more money, but it's going to soothe that frantic need to like bring things in, and it's gonna help you be open and aware of the possibilities and of the opportunities that are most in alignment with you, so that you can call in that abundance and welcome in that abundance into your life. So I know it sounds like a little bit of an unconventional approach, but I'm telling you, it works. And I know that so far the tips that I've given is like, just do more self-care. And I know that it sounds like too simple and like kind of annoying, but I promise you, this is the key. When I have a little bit more of a busy time in my business, I know that I need to double down on my self-care, because or else I'm just gonna burn out, okay? So you want to really take into consideration your levels of stress, your levels of anxiety, your levels of panic and franticness. Now, obviously, if you want to do the deeper work of reprogramming your subconscious, getting to the core of these issues, really working through those money blocks or those confidence issues, or any kind of again, bigger blocks, and just letting go of maybe those deeper wounds from childhood, sorting out your shadow, letting go of fears that block you, and all of that sort of healing work. Then the good news for you is that I'm opening just one spot in my one-on-one coaching program, which is the Harness Your Magic program. It's a 5-month program in which we meet twice a month, so 2-hour-long calls on Zoom, in which we either do EFT tapping or hypnosis or advanced coaching or psychic energy healing sessions. And I really do tailor these programs specifically and personalize them based on the needs of the client. So depending on what you want to manifest, what you want to heal, what you want to call in, what you need to overcome, all of that is taken into consideration, and we make a program specifically for you based on what you need and want. Then of course there's the VOXER coaching, which provides you with daily support, guidance, and accountability between the calls so that you feel totally supported throughout the 5 months. And of course you have a complete online portal as well, fully personalized, full of resources and tools and practices to help you between the sessions, but also to help you really craft a routine and a lifestyle that supports your goals and supports your well-being, mental, emotional, spiritual. And it's just my favorite way to work with someone. We really end up going deep, and the transformation is mind-blowing. I just love to see it at the end, to see how far everyone has come. So if you want to read testimonials, if you want to find out all the details of the program, and if you want to apply directly, then there is the link in the description. You can check it out and do that once we're done here. And now let's head into the ritual, shall we? So let's cast our circle, dominant index finger up, and draw a clockwise circle all around you, visualizing that this circle draws up a cylindrical protective shield all around you, going infinitely up into the cosmos and down all the way to the core of the earth, protecting us in all directions of space and time, allowing in only what is for our highest and greatest good. So feel that protection coming up. And let's light our candle to mark the beginning of the ritual. And then once you've lit your candle, you'll want to place it far enough away from you that you don't accidentally blow it out when we're doing some deep breathing. And gently close your eyes here. And let's drop into the present moment, settling into a comfortable position where you can fully and deeply relax. Now exhale fully through the mouth here to release any stagnant or stale energy from the body. And slowly inhale through the nose, filling your belly and then your chest. And exhale again, fully through the mouth. Releasing all your tension with that breath. And simply breathe as slowly and as deeply as you can to help you activate your parasympathetic nervous system and really stimulate your vagus nerve, which indicate to your body that you are completely safe and free to relax fully. You're exactly where you need to be, and all is truly well. And you can just let go of the day so far, let go of any thoughts passing through your mind, as if they were clouds in the sky, just passing through the surface of your awareness, breathing in and out, and sinking deeper and deeper into a relaxed state. And from this relaxed state, let's take a moment to ground our energy deep into the core of Mother Earth, feeling your root chakra activate, and seeing as roots sprout out of it, rushing through your legs, out of the soles of your feet, and deep and wide through the layers of the earth to wrap around the core of the earth, tethering you and grounding you in this beautiful Mother Earth energy. Use this root system to release all that no longer serves you into the earth to be transmuted, and feel Mother Earth cleansing you, balancing your energy and your emotions, and completely cradling you in her love and support. Relax in this feeling for a moment longer, knowing you are so held and infinitely loved. Next, we will draw up some energy from the core of the earth to create a channel up through your body and all your chakras, infinitely up into the cosmos. And feel as I open a waterfall of life force healing energy over your head to come down over you and through you, cleansing your entire aura and your chakra system, removing energetic cords, stagnant energy, and the energy and emotions of others. This energy is also being infused with the nourishing, nurturing, loving, and soothing energy of this new moon in Cancer, as if pure, unfiltered, motherly love is being poured directly over you, like a healing salve into all of your wounds, like a warm, loving hug, like your favorite meal homemade with love, like being tucked into a bed with freshly washed and air-dried sheets, like a gooey chocolate chip cookie. Just open up to receive this beautiful energy. Let it fill you completely. Let it overflow into your life. Let it wash away all your fears, doubts, and worries. And truly feel yourself so deeply soothed, so held, so deeply taken care of. Feel yourself unconditionally loved and accepted, and feel this healing taking place on all levels of your being. Your inner child reveling in all the needs and desires they have being instantly met in this warm embrace of beautiful Mother Moon energy. And from this peaceful, abundant, and safe space now, you are free to set your intentions for this new karmic cycle. What do you want to feel? What are you calling in? What do you want to embody? And what shifts are you so ready to make right now in order to support yourself, to grow, and to be in greater alignment with who you truly are? So take your time to set these intentions powerfully now, to visualize them, and to feel the emotions of this new life as it is here for you now. Feel gratitude rising up within you, and bask in the appreciation that you have for this beautiful life. And when you're ready, place these intentions and this vision for yourself into a glowing orb of light. Watch as it is infused with this beautiful moon energy. And then send it out into the ethers to be transmuted into tangible reality with ease and fun, and in ways that will surprise and delight you in the best of ways, should it be for your highest and greatest good. And so it is. Take some final deep breaths here to acclimate to the transformation that has taken place in your emotional body, in your energetic body. Settle back into your body, bringing some gentle movement to your fingers and your toes, maybe shifting from one hip to the other. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. And if you want to keep the ritual going, maybe draw some cards, maybe continue journaling, setting your 18-month intentions, and then setting your intentions for the next 3 months, and then bringing it down, whittling it down to a focus that you have for the next 2 weeks, so that you can be in greater alignment with who you want to embody and the life that you're calling in these next 18 months. And again, don't try to overhaul your whole life. Focus on one simple shift that will affect multiple areas of your life. And I promise you, simple is key here. So set your intentions, maybe draw some cards. I do also recommend sealing this practice with some movement. So if you want to do some gentle stretching, maybe have a little dance party, go out for a nature walk, but even just some simple stretching in ways that feel good is always so powerful. And then when the ritual feels complete, you can snuff out your candle by either pinching the wick or flicking some water onto it. Just don't blow it out. It's very important that you don't blow it out. If it happens accidentally, it's not a big deal, but if you can help it, then definitely just pinch that wick and end the ritual that way. Remember to drink plenty of water today. We've done a lot of powerful shifting and emotional healing and energetic healing, so it'll take your body a second to catch up to all of those shifts. Thank you so much for joining me here today, for hanging out. This is exactly where you're meant to be, and I'm so proud of you for showing up for yourself and pouring this love into yourself. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're interested in snagging that spot in my one-on-one program, definitely check out the link in the description to read all the information or apply directly. And if you have any questions, of course, you can reach out to me in the comments or on social media, or you can email me. All those are good ways to find me. Wishing you a most magic unfolding, and I will see you in the next one.